Have you ever been so convinced you were right that you almost missed what God was doing? Because that's exactly where Peter finds himself in Acts 10. Welcome back to Born Sinners. My name is Brad. Go ahead. Go ahead, Marty.
Oh, hey, I'm Marty.
Hey, Marty. I'm Taylor.
Hey,
That's a
Marty.
new one.
You want to tell us about yourself, Marty?
Not really, there we go.
My name is Marty, and I'm addicted to Jesus. All right. So now you know who we are, and we really is recording day. Is that just dishes day? Is that basically what we're?
It's swap the fridge out day.
Hold on. You have her over there switching the fridge now?
I got her the fridge. She's responsible for swapping it.
Okay. I think some of the listeners also want to know how your budget meeting went with your the plan you had.
Well, we're looking at buying another house, man, out of our budget. So I guess you could say it went well. It's
Like
about
you're gonna
$100,000 over our price range, but they didn't have any interest at the open house. And so we're going to contact them and see how it works out, man. Put in a low bid and
okay.
pray we either get it or not get it and make a bunch of money.
Are you gonna sell the house you're in? Or are you keeping them?
We don't know yet.
All right.
We need a lot of blocks to be put in place spiritually for us to get that house. So, but it's on my brother's street, so that'd be pretty awesome. And
Oh, I was gonna say
it's
that's
kind
what
of,
we want.
yeah.
Just kidding, Lee. Not that you listen, but just kidding. Well, that's cool. I would say I'll pray for you, but we've been talking about not praying for secular things, so I'll pray for
Well, if it's
you to get what you
good
want.
for
But
Brad's like, it's not like you need a house.
thanks. I know you guys can intercede for me.
I'll pray for you, Taylor.
Sick.
what a guy!
Much needed.
What a guy! So we read Acts 10 through 12. Pretty kind of a big turning point, I think, in the early church. And I'm sorry, did you have something you want to say, Marty? Sorry, more?
No, I'm just
Oh, you got like that
Well-
look on your face.
no, I'm just a little congested. So if you hear me just it's allergies, man.
Bless you.
You can't do that.
God bless you.
There you go.
You can't say human blessings.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't say that they were like the greatest blessings. I'm just blessing you. Like, sheesh. Anyways, this episode I think is going to be about letting God challenge our assumptions and trusting Him even when we don't understand His ways. That is hilarious, dude. I don't know what you're drinking right now, but it like blurred it. Like almost like we're not sponsored by them, so we don't need you to see this. Like your camera just didn't focus on it. So you took that drink and it was like all blurred. We're only sponsored.
Anti-ad place.
Yeah, we're only sponsored by Red Bull. All right. So seriously,
And Bucky's.
Oh my goodness.
isn't that silly that he went to that?
Beaver nuggets.
I bought some of those too.
I don't like going to QT because it's busy, and you went to Bucky's. Like, to just rub elbows with
somebody
people.
asked me, they're like, how was it? I was like, give it a year and then go.
Yeah, but let them open up the other 3 that they're talking about opening and then go.
Yes.
So Acts 10. Let's get this on the road. I didn't do it for this one, Marty, but I wrote down on this card on the other side a verse for Acts 11. So I'm excited to get to it because I'm pretty sure you said the same one, and we always say the same one. But you guys have a verse from Acts 10 that you wrote down at all?
Yeah.
Or anything that stood out that you want to jump onto first?
Do we all say it at 3 or what?
2, 1,
10, 15.
10,
34,
15.
35.
Oh,
Okay, you
hey,
guys
I
are
got that one
first.
too.
I also wrote 34 to 35.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Whatever, liar. Go ahead.
All right.
10 to 15. Read it to me, Marty. I do need you to read it.
No, I'm not reading it now.
Well, Jason's going to be upset because he drives and he texted me and said, thank you. Because last time I said, some people might be driving and they need you to hear it. And he texted me and he said, thank you. I am driving in my car right now. Thanks for making him say it out loud. So you can let the people down or you could read it for us. That'd be great.
See, that is like that peer pressure, man.
No, you don't have to do this with us, Marty. This is...
It says, do not call something unclean if God has made it clean.
I do remember reading this and I did think, like, stop and think for a minute. And I may be like way crazy here. And also I do need to rewind in a second. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But who is it that won't eat pork because they said it's unclean? Is that
the Jews?
Okay. So in this, is it not saying like I made this so it's clean, or like, am I off on that one? Like God made.
Well, that's what God's
pig.
saying. That's what God's saying in this. That's why later in the chapter it talks about including the Gentiles in the faith, in the relationship with Jesus. Because before, it was just most likely just the Jews. I don't know what you would call them, the new Jews.
That's an option. That's an option, I guess.
Messianic Jews.
So I guess my question is, it's okay for me to smoke that pork butt tomorrow? Yeah, that's okay, right?
As long as it's just pork butt and not the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna, we'll talk about my mess up next week. We don't need to talk about it right now. Talk about it next week. What else did you like, besides the food and like, I went to pork, but what did you guys like about that? Like, you both wrote it down. What was...
I mean, like Taylor was saying, it wasn't about the food. It was about the people, the Gentiles.
But man, am I happy Scramps is in it.
Happy what?
Shrimps. Scramps is in it.
Scramps?
Scramps.
Shrimps?
Yep.
I've heard you say shrimps, tramps, and scramps.
Scramps.
And scrimps.
Could I get that in can I get that in a sentence? What is the origin of that word? Okay.
Dude,
Yeah, the
down south.
The captions are going to go crazy on that section.
We might have to turn them off right there. I I don't know who's upset, but somebody's upset.
I think that's a happy cry, but we'll find out later.
Well, if we're gonna dive into it, um,
10 minutes
we're,
into the episode, Marty.
I know,
So we should probably
but
dive.
we're talking about just about. Well, it's about people, the Gentiles, and I feel like Peter would have kept distance from them naturally, and he had to unlearn stuff before God could really use him, and and just sometimes growing in your faith isn't learning something new. It's just unlearning what's wrong. So, the assumptions felt safe, like the traditions do, our preferences feel safe, but God doesn't always move where we're comfortable.
So I wrote down that Peter wasn't rebellious and that he had assumptions God needed to correct. So very similar. But then I also said, I don't know, almost the same thing you put. That sometimes growth isn't about learning something new. It's unlearning something that you've always believed. You said the same thing, just in Marty words. Mine was in English. Something that this chapter made me think and kind of really sit in for a minute when I was been trying to find something from every chapter, and just kind of meditate on it for a little bit. This one was where in my life have I already decided how God should work? Just where, what in my life did I decide oh, this is where I want it to go. This is what God should do for me. On myself, on what God can restore, that kind of stuff. And it's you sit in a quiet room somewhere, which is hard to do when you have kids. Smart is when you don't understand, but and just kind of sit there and think for a minute. That quiet gets uncomfortable. Maybe not for everybody. Maybe I'm just messed up and it gets uncomfortable for me only, but
No, it gets uncomfortable.
well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, it does.
You're also messed up, so we're just
Yeah.
That's
why I'm always doing something.
Yeah.
But you think you're learning to like the quiet, or no, it's just always going to be uncomfortable, you think?
Go ahead, Brad.
It's a test.
I was trying to enjoy the quiet, Marty. Gosh. I'm learning to love the result from the quiet. It's uncomfortable, and I think it should be uncomfortable when you're in a deep conversation with yourself or deep thought meditation. I think there's nobody that we could invite on this podcast. It's I got to figure it out, all of it. You know what I mean? Pick the most successful person you think you got. Pick the okay, well. Hey, bro, come on in. He's not coming yet. he might be coming down someday, but he's not here today. I'm just saying, a person of this world, pick your pastor, pick whoever you think that person's got it together. And if they're being honest, they would say, nah, I sit in quiet and there's uncomfortable things I need to work on, and I could always be better. So I think the quiet could be more comfortable, but I've kind of committed myself to really trying to be better. I'm failing at it, I feel like, and not following through all the time. But um, for the most part, I do feel like I'm becoming a better man than I was yesterday. And in a year from now, I don't want to be like, okay, I made it. I want to be like, okay, what's next? How do we become better? 1% better every day. And I don't know, when you reach 100, I don't know. You just don't. Marty,
Uh-oh.
have you ever had someone completely change your opinion after you got to know them?
Yeah. You.
I knew you were going to say that. When I was thinking about that, I was like, he's going to try and throw me under the bus.
Yeah. You are a good example.
I think that you're a good example of judging people too quickly.
Yeah.
You judged me, and that's
Well, you weren't very friendly, Brad.
that's crazy. Like, what did you need? A welcome banner?
No.
Here comes the new guy. Marty. Like, I'm so excited. Like,
It was
Was
wasn't
that
even,
Chili's?
it wasn't even no, this was at the insurance shop.
The other work. Gotcha.
But I
Yeah.
think when I met Brad, he was just like, "Who are you?" It wasn't even like, "Hey, I'm Brad."
I don't think that's him.
Coincidentally, Brad said the same thing to me when he met me.
You're like a baby, and like, that's all he remembers. It's Taylor's first thoughts or first memory.
I don't know about all that. No, but I did write this down. That just judging people too quickly. Like I'm guilty of the same thing, and I think a lot of people are, if they're being honest with each other. Like especially like when I've caught myself like working in a restaurant. People come in, I'm like, oh, I don't want to help them. They look like they're gonna be snooty or whatever, and then you go over there and they're like actually pretty nice, and you're like, oh, oops.
Oops is crazy.
Well, I don't treat them any differently. Like, I wait until you're actually not nice.
Oh yeah, you wait until they're replacing your windshield. Caught off guard.
Why do you think we put people into categories? I don't. No, you got me all messed up.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't even really want to talk about that. Just skip it.
What, putting people into categories?
Yeah. Did you want to talk about it?
I mean, we can.
Okay.
So why do we put people into categories?
Yeah. Why do you think we do that?
I think a lot of people figure out who benefits them. You know, like,
Yeah.
this person, yeah, they're a good person, they're cool, but you know, I know I've met a lot of people who their whole mindset is, all right, well, how are you going to benefit me? And I think for a little while I did that. Like, all right, well, what do you have to bring for me? It's like, yeah, we can, it's mutual, but also like, how am I benefiting out of this friendship? Or how am I benefiting out of this relationship? I think that's one way people like categorize or put people in categories, but
I've heard people in business do that. Like, what can you do for me? Like business relationships. Do you think that there's like
There's people that do it in real life.
Well,
Like,
business is real life.
well, people do it in
Yeah.
personal life. Personal life. But
Like, we don't do business. That's Wolf of Wall Street movie stuff. That doesn't actually happen.
it's a lot of quaaludes, I guess.
I don't even know what that word is. I'm not even gonna. If I was in a spelling bee, I would be out today.
But no, I think people categorize that way. I do also feel that people categorize like people's attitudes as well. Like, for a while, if you had a bad attitude and it was just like you weren't pleasant to be around, you're somebody I put on my list to never talk to or to never try and get to know, because it's not.
Is he talking about me?
No, this was the old Marty.
That's what it sounded like, right? He
this
said
is
for a
when,
while you were this and you were that, and I was like, when was I that?
This is when Marty was going by Martin.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
So this is a great topic. Thank you for bringing that up. Simon and Peter, same person. And there's another guy in here, Mark, and shoot. Later he talks about it. Let me see. Sorry, excuse me. Un momento while Jamie looks something up. And I know I'm not chat GPTing. I really looked this up.
It's okay if you are.
No,
Use
it's
your
not.
resources.
Nope. I'm using resources now. Come on. Yeah, so Simon is also known as Peter. And then Saul, he becomes Paul. John becomes Mark. So I was like, why? It was throwing me off and I didn't understand it. And I don't know. I feel like this is something that people should talk about more, because it's like Simon, also known as Peter. Like, why don't we just call him Simon or Peter? Like, just pick one. So I looked it up. Does this not bother you guys?
Okay.
Was it never a problem?
I was gonna say I got it. I got an answer.
Oh, you know the answer already without looking it up?
But I don't know if I know the answer, but I have.
Oh, I like this.
The
No, I
conclusion
like this game.
my
too.
answer.
Yeah, I like this game. Let's go.
All right, it's the new identity in Christ.
I'm
Is
just
that the
gonna,
answer?
If
that's the answer, can I get a big dog?
No, it's not the answer. The actual answer is it reflects an intentional, symbolic name change by Jesus.
That's the same thing you said. Basically,
just different words.
Tomatoes, tomatoes. Come on.
Yeah, but go ahead. You can do. I'll let you do it one time. You say it more than once though. After this, you're off.
Big dog. All
right. Well, moving on. And we just lost 4 followers. That's crazy.
Well,
so yeah, I just thought that was crazy. I was like, and I think, I don't know, maybe I'm just an idiot. Does everybody know that? Did you know that, Marty?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, tell the truth.
So we're both idiots.
I thought there was I thought there was also multiple Simons.
And there's Simon Birch. Here's one that little guy.
Oh my gosh!
Talking
Remember
about
when he turns
Bible,
the corner and he's like, "It's a horse." So
the Great Dane.
Okay, so we have to talk about this now because I messed up last episode, and turns out there's more than one Saul. Remember when there was more than one John? There's also more than one Saul. There's King Saul, which is the story with David, where Saul's anointed, and then David's later anointed as king as his like predecessor. Or whatever. That's a different Saul than the Saul who becomes Paul. Like he persecuted the
Saul and David, he's been long dead
He died. Yeah.
at this point.
I said that last time, and I was like, I legitimately was reading thinking that was the same person. And then I was like, that makes no sense. Like, I don't remember his
So
life
that's
ending
not
this
our
way.
guy?
No, not the same guy.
Alright.
So I apologize to everyone that I'm just an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's like-
And to be fair, I warned you. Like episode 1, I said I don't know what I'm talking about.
You guys have no
And-
idea what I'm laughing at. It's my ADHD right
But
now.
No, we don't know what
that's
you're
why
laughing
we're
at.
here.
I thought you were laughing with us,
Not
Marty.
your
Like,
ADHD. Yeah.
what I
was
thought
laughing.
was we were having a conversation on a podcast and laughing together, but I didn't know you had like a separate conversation going on over there. This is crazy.
You guys remember the
All
movie
right,
Yes
so
Man?
we're moving on, Taylor. Just you and I. Yes, I remember the movie. Yes, Man.
He's like, I'm the wrong guy. Well, maybe you should be the right guy. That's what I just thought of. Maybe he is the right guy, Brad.
But he's not.
No, I know.
Okay.
Well, now I feel stupid.
The purpose
maybe-
of this
maybe
was
we
to
are,
apologize. Maybe we're the wrong guys. Yeah, for sure. We are definitely the wrong guys.
Oh no, I'm saying we're the right guys. All right.
It feels so wrong right now. It feels not right.
We're a little off the rails.
Yeah, my bad. I thought they were the same people when I was reading that. And then I was like, I was reading something different and I was like, wait, I think this is not the right person. And I messed that up. But we had at least like 7 people listen to the last episode and none of them called me or commented and yelled at me. So that's good.
Well, now they are.
No. And there was more than 7
There
people
was
that
that one
listened.
guy.
Oh, these poor fools. What did he say?
These poor guys.
Oh, these poor guys, he said, yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that we have a troll. That's fun. I hope you're listening, and I hope you're getting closer to Jesus. Because Jesus
They're
loves
going to
you.
be big mad.
I doubt they're that big. They're probably a little mad, but
Okay.
Napoleon complex mad. All right, so Acts 11.
Is this what we're doing now?
Yeah,
You
we
ready?
were supposed to do it the whole time. Acts 10, 11, and 12 is what we're going to talk about. That's what we were supposed to
You
do.
ready to say your verse? 3.
Oh, no.
No?
I wrote it down for this one because I have it written down already on the back of this card.
Oh, snap.
And anyways, Acts 11 is basically it's Peter explaining himself, but it's more than that. It's like the church learning that God's doing something bigger than they all even realized. That's kind of where we're going with Acts 11. So we can start with the verse because this was my favorite verse in not all the chapters we've read so far. John might have it, but so far in Acts, I think this is my favorite verse. So that's why I wrote it down because I was so excited. You ready, Marty?
No.
Go ahead. What do you mean no? What are you doing? Are you playing a game on your phone?
No.
What are you doing over there?
I'm pulling up the verse.
Pull
so I
up.
can read it. For Jason.
I mean, I could read it. It's my verse. But go ahead. Which one did you write down?
On 3. 3, 2, 1, 11, 17.
Verse
Oh.
9. Oh.
What's
Whoa.
that say?
Oh.
I wrote this before we even started. 11, 17.
You can read it now.
Oh, okay. Is there a word in there you don't know? Chouse. Acts 11, 17.
Chaos.
Who was I to think that I could stand in God's way? That was, yeah, I love that. I thought about that for a couple minutes.
It's pretty
Just
heavy.
just felt like that's Peter's realization. Like, hey, this wasn't my idea. This was God's idea. And made me think of a couple things that like I've got going on and trying to figure out in my life, and just like part of like Sunday when I do my little thing, part of that is like the nudges that God gives you. Just following those nudges and then seeing where God takes you, and then you get there, and it's easy to think like, oh, look what I did, but really you got to remember like this is all God's plan, and none of this is our idea. This podcast is not our idea. This is God's idea. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much was in that one 12-word verse. Did you want to say something on it? Sorry, you also chose that one, so I don't want to take all the.
No, I mean, I'll just agree with you. Like,
Don't say ditto. What did we talk about?
what Brad said, basically. No, I mean, I wrote down just like there's a lot of times where I've resisted something just because it didn't really look what I hoped for, what I planned for. And like, I don't know, like, I guess that's kind of where it was like, because like, I guess like traditionally, like, there's traditions that I would do, and it's like something that I enjoyed, and like, it's not really in the path of God. And, you know, not everything like that's wrong, but also like not everything familiar is really right either. So I think it's part of getting it out of your comfort zone and trying to figure out, where God's really trying to move you. And I think that I had a I had a huge problem with that like a couple years ago, like before I really wanted to get on this path. And, now I'm looking at it now, and it's just like this is worth this path is worth taking versus where I was. So
Yeah, that makes me think of like, I don't know, like unanswered prayers, or like sometimes we pray for God to move, and then we're surprised when he moves differently than we imagined. Like we pray for him to
mhm.
move this direction, and then we might end up there, but he just does it a long way around. And there's probably, when you look back,
I mean,
reasons you go through something. Like
but
there's a
also
lesson along the way.
he might even move you in the complete opposite direction, but there's always a reason behind it. And like looking back on like certain relationships, certain friendships, it's like, all right, now I understand why I was moving in this direction, or why you were pushing me, nudging me this way, instead of going back to, those people, those relationships, those habits.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think in mine, like, I don't know, like I feel like you just like surrounded yourself with like some thugs or something, because I've never had to run from people like that. You made me a little scared. Are you in like witness protection or anything, or is this just
No, Brad.
okay? No, I'm kidding, but because I feel it differently. Like I think that I'm asking God to bless my plan instead of asking him to change it or to follow his plan. And I was talking with somebody, like, to make his will my will instead of trying to make my will his. But I'm having like
Ours.
where I go to is like I will be resistant, like, hey, I'm going to strengthen this relationship, and then I'm like, hesitant to do it because I'm like, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I put in that work and then it's not?
Just a waste
But
of
like
time.
you get this push, like, just trust me, do this. This relationship be better, whether it's your friend, your family, your whoever that may be. And you kind of resist it. You're like I'll put in that work, but what if it's not reciprocated? That's been something more. But like I said, I didn't have gangbangers for friends. So what about you, Taylor? You have gangbangers for friends?
For sure, man.
Cool.
Surprised you don't.
No, I hung out with them in my earlier days, like the 20s, about 40 or so hours a week. Sometimes I worked overtime. I'd do like 48 hours. But
Different type of hangout.
yeah. Well, no, I played like cards with them and stuff. Like
So we
we would
played
hang out.
Uno.
Yeah, I used to make people mad like that had to watch me because I'd be like sitting down playing cards, and most people would like sprint through and they would do their walk through the jail, and they'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna go back out here," and then they don't have to do anything. But if you're like in the cell, like the other person's got to like watch you, like down there with the people. I wouldn't do it all the time, but I'd go in there and hang out with them, and they'd have to watch me all the time. They didn't like that.
Well, I was gonna say, kind of for me though, I'm not sure I ever, wouldn't say ever, but a lot of times don't necessarily see the plan unfolding, God's plan unfolding in my life. I mean, eventually he'll show me, or I don't know, the veil will be lifted off my eyes or whatever. But at least in my life, it's usually quite a long time of unfolding, like years and years.
He definitely likes the long game.
And he definitely has a sense of humor and will remind me when that many years later.
That's funny. I think he has to have a sense of humor. There's no way he doesn't. You ever think he ever just laughs? He's like, watch this guy. Every time. Got him again.
Yeah. Probably a lot.
So here he goes.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and 11:26 was another one that I wrote down. This was
Dang it, Brad.
the first time the disciples were called Christians at Antioch.
Dang it, man. You
So
take all the good ones.
Hey, I gave you an option and you said 17 first.
Yeah, but I also wrote 26 down.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and talk about it then.
No, go ahead. Yes, this one's you, big dog.
No, please. I don't want to hear you whining over it. Dang it, Brad. Go ahead, dude. Take the mic. Here, I'm muting mine.
I'm muting mine. Go ahead, Taylor.
Which verse? Oh, 26. I guess it's just the Taylor show today. When he found him, he took him to Antioch for a whole year. The two met with the people of the church and taught a large group. It was at Antioch that the believers were first called Christians.
I don't know if you could hear that, but
I guess that's what we would call the new Jews.
the Christians.
Yeah.
this was I told you sit in a question. You guys aren't gonna like this one, but we can sit in it for a minute. It's okay to be quiet. Just don't get uncomfortable, Marty. Quiet's okay. If people watched your life, would they naturally say that person reminds me of Jesus? Okay, it's getting uncomfortable.
All 10 seconds.
My answer is no. Unfortunately, but that's like such a high bar. I feel like, but I don't know.
Read the question again.
If people watched your life, would they naturally say that person reminds me of Jesus?
Yeah, probably not. Not that like I'm a bad person, but
You don't have to explain yourself, dude. You're
Yeah.
just not Jesus, and that's okay.
yeah,
There's only one Jesus.
that's such a humbling question, though.
No, because you start to think it like you're like everything. You're like, oh man,
God damn, I'm a really bad person.
I didn't flush the toilet that one time.
I didn't do the dishes.
Oh, don't get me started.
I think that it's definitely like something that like you think about that question, you're like, okay, clearly not. And I don't know that anybody. I don't know. I'd like to meet them. Like if somebody could say, yeah, like, yeah, that's me. And not just mean in appearance only, like actually living their life like it.
Like 45%.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's that you say that jokingly, but like if you put a percentage on it, where are you at? Like, and can you get closer? Can you get that percentage better? Who, what is, what is? I need to go back to English.
What's on first?
Who is
Yeah.
who is the man you're becoming? Like, are you becoming that man? Like, what percentage of your life reminds people of Jesus? And you don't need to give me a number. I'm just saying, like, if you sat and just got in the silence, Marty,
I was trying to, and you keep talking.
go to the muting.
Well, now it's awkward now.
Yeah, you made it awkward, Marty. Good job. But if you sit in the silence, not while you're supposed to be talking and people are listening, but at some point when you're just hanging out, give yourself a percentage. And then what do we need to do? What do you need to do? And who's going to hold you accountable to get to that 100%? And now we're back to who do you surround yourself with? Are they making you better? Are they making you worse? Keeping you the same?
Let me go reevaluate my life now.
I think we all do. We all are.
Yeah, welcome. Like that's
I'm tired and
Not
sad.
saying.
I'm gonna call my mom and just tell her I love her. Love you,
Mom!
Mom. So going off of that a little bit, if that same person followed you around for a week, what would they say you're passionate about?
Sit on this one for a little bit too.
Cool. Yeah, we could. You know, what we could do. We could start doing a podcast where we sit down and I ask you like 10 questions, and then we end and we post it, and then next week we're like, okay, and the answers are.
A game
can-
show setup.
Yeah, that would be really, really popular. We asked 100 Born Sinner followers.
We don't
Or we
even
asked-
have 100.
We asked we asked each follower twice.
Someone were to follow me around for a week. What would they say I'm passionate about?
Pokemons.
No, not anymore.
He's a magic nerd. And they
Yeah.
would definitely say you're passionate about that, 100%.
They would say The Gathering, yes. Magic the Gathering. I think music would be another
He
one.
doesn't even say magic, dude.
Yeah, that's how that's the new age, like, I'm not a nerd, I like the gathering, not the magic. That's where he's at. He's trying
Because
to be
when
cool.
people are like, oh, what did you? Oh, I was playing Magic. They're like pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
Nerd.
It's like, no,
Oh.
not that.
Nobody says that, Marty.
I don't know. And I think the other thing is just like, I guess the importance of family to me, like how important my mom is, my nieces, my sisters, like my brothers, all that. Try to.
You're playing a dangerous game right now.
I know.
You're starting to name people, and you're gonna forget someone, and that'll be that.
I just said my immediate family.
Okay, cool.
It's everybody. I think. I'd say that's where
I'm
I'm
kind of
at.
right up. Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. I thought you were finished or sitting in it more. I'd say I'm right up the same alley. I prioritize, for the most part, relationships, whether it be a family or friends or just people. Kind of having a conversation with, I don't know, the tellers, or we usually have a teller. End up being friends with it, Tom Thumb or Sprouts or something, but just chatting with them.
Chopping it up.
For the most part, and then probably other hobbies.
You
Hey,
do
Brad,
like to talk to
your
people.
turn.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been sitting on it for a long time, and I don't have an answer. How mad would you be?
I think it's a Brad answer.
Mine's definitely been family for a long time. Like, that's something I think all my family knows. Like, I would, except for Taylor, probably I wouldn't do this, but like whatever I'm doing, I would drop that for them. Like, there's some family that needed help with something, or like just a hand with whatever. Like, who could you call? Like, it would be me. And not saying anything against the rest of my family. You can call them, and they'd probably be there too. But I just, like, I almost like go out of my way to like say like, hey, do you need help with it? Like, always trying to do something with them. But I don't know. Marty's trying to get me on this gathering train. I just don't know if I'm that big of a nerd. I'm trying it. I'm actually going to play it next week, I think, like next Friday, for the first time. So
It's
we'll
all
see how that
downhill
goes.
from there, buddy.
Yeah, I've been Marty's been trying to teach me, go through some stuff, but I'm gonna actually like sit down and have like an actual, what do we call it? A match?
Play a game.
Play a game. We're gonna sit down and play a game.
Did you build
yeah.
your deck? Or is Marty building your deck?
I'm not gonna say that out loud. But Marty bought me a set of cards that yeah, Marty bought me some cards. He was tired of me saying, "Yeah, I'll play. Yeah, eventually," and then he's like, "Here are these cards. Now you have to play."
Well, because he was like,
Um,
he was looking up like a pre-con that he wanted. And I was like, okay. So I
I don't
found
even
it.
I don't even know what a precon is, but
A
I have
pre-con,
I have one apparently.
pre-constructed.
Well,
So yeah,
okay.
I
I'll
think
leave
I
it
would
for
agree. Like just relationships, like I can sit and talk to somebody, and unfortunately, so can Marty, and so can you. Like I could sit and just have a conversation for a long time. Um, but I think trying to find, I don't know, I don't want to say this the wrong way, and some people are like, "Oh, you never hang out anymore," and I'm like, "Yeah, you should listen to my podcast." Um, there's some people that like maybe I spent time with that I shouldn't have spent so much time with. Like I should, we've been talking about, like finding those better people, um, that help you level up and not the other way around. So Acts 12, before we get too into our feels here,
Crying.
this starts to get pretty honest here. Trusting God when life doesn't make sense. And the main story here is James is killed, which I read it the first time and just kind of, I don't know, slept right through that one. And then I was like, wait, what is happening?
He
Um,
died?
yeah, they killed James. And then Peter locked up. Same kind of story. We were, remember last week we were arguing about they were in jail and then the angel gets him out or whatever. Peter's rescued same kind of way. And the beginning, Acts 12:5, the church is earnestly praying to God for him, for Peter as him. So I think what was uncomfortable about this is James and Peter both loved, right? But that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from them. And are you okay?
Me? Yeah. Did you
Okay.
hear that?
Yeah, right in my ears. And they're both faithful and they both had people praying for them, but one dies, one is rescued. And just kind of like hits you like faith isn't believing God will always do what I want him to do. It's trusting him when he doesn't do what I want him to do. Just like similar to 10, we were kind of talking about the same kind of theme. It'd be real cool if you guys wanted to share like a verse or something you had.
You make fun of me every time. I feel like I'm crying.
Well, first of all, if that's making you cry, you need to talk about some other stuff in your life.
I wrote down 12:11.
What does 12:11 say, Marty?
I was just letting it sit, letting it breathe. But that's what we've been doing, right? So it's I can't even do it.
Is there a hard word in there?
It says, "Now I know without a doubt that the Lord has sent his angel."
How long
letting it
did you want us to sit in that?
just for a second, you know,
Okay.
until you interrupted. I think that's good. I think this, for me, this verse just shows that, like, through any type of like diversity or impossible situations, God's still there. Like, he's still able to do what he needs to do. Not, and it doesn't mean that he's going to do it how we want it, like we talked about, but he's going to be moving somehow.
Oh, he be moving.
Yeah, I think that's gotten me through and even getting me through some things in my life. Like, God might not always answer the way I wanted, but when you look back, um, I may not understand everything, but you can still see that he was working. Like, that's, they say like God works all things for good. That's the same thing you were saying. Then I'll just say ditto next time.
What Brad said.
Isn't the whole situation's kind of comical after Peter gets out of prison? He shows back up to was it John Mark's mother's
Yeah.
house, and is knocking on the door, and whoever answered it didn't even open the door. She was so excited and ran off and told everybody else, and they're like, everybody's telling her she's crazy.
Yeah, they thought that it was his angel, like not him, but like
Right. And he's still at the door knocking.
yeah.
Hello?
That was loud. What in the heck? And it's not even the AI is gonna cut that thing out, dude. Just blasted my ear for nothing.
Well,
Well, okay, I have one more question, and then we can wrap this up and go home and read 13, 14, and 15. Well, we're all home. We could just go to bed and read. Are you ready?
Well, I'll share my verse after.
Oh yeah, go.
It's fine. No, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Verse 23 about Herod's death. At once, the angel of the Lord struck Herod down because he did not give honor to God. He was eaten by worms and died. Thought it
wow.
was pretty metal.
It's a little metal, you know?
Yeah.
Not a
That's a
lot, but a little.
Tiny metal.
Aluminum.
That's a horrible way to die.
Well, I mean, it's
Just saying.
probably how a lot of people died.
It's getting eaten by worms.
Ew.
Probably not earthworms. That's what I'm thinking.
The dune worms?
Oh, yeah, he's screwed. Sorry, now you can ask your question.
No, it's all right. So through Acts, the kind of thing that keeps coming up is like God's always working past people's expectations, like more than what people expect him to be. Just like he did for the disciples, like he's reaching people that they would have never chosen using people that didn't feel qualified. Just kind of, and we've talked about this, like with the qualified thing, and who are we to sit here and put a mic on and talk about this, and what do we know? I mean, I don't even know who Saul is, right? And what is the other thing I don't know? The other thing, like there's only one.
The one other thing that I just can't
That,
put my
that
finger
one
on.
thing, I was really I was gonna talk about Saul, and I expected Marty to like start jumping up and down and being like, he was wrong, but he didn't take advantage of it.
Because I'm a changed man. Kind of. I
Look,
don't know.
our podcast is already changing us. God's already changing us through the podcast.
One episode at a time.
Well, it took about, what, like 13, 14?
Yeah, see, when I said he was laughing at us, right now he's laughing like he's like, they think I'm done. But I think the biggest thing holding us back is not God's ability to change us or work through us. I think it's our expectations of what he's going to do. That was my final thought.
Oh, was there a question in there?
No, I told you I'm not asking. You interrupted my question.
Oh.
I'm moving on.
Oh.
Well, we might need a couple more episodes for him to change.
Yeah, I'm under construction currently. I'm becoming a better man, and not became yet. We talked about this already. I'm not. If you followed me around, I am not like Jesus. Okay, Marty, I'm glad that you feel like you're better than me, but that's also a problem. So we're gonna have to
Who
reel
said
back.
that?
You just now when you said, and it might not have been directly, but you indirectly did when you said, I'm a changed man. Oh, but he's still working on Brad. So that's you saying like you're better than me. And if you want to disagree, I'll wait for your argument.
No, we'll debrief later.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't be able to sit in the silence.
I need some time to think about it in the dark.
So next week, Acts 13 through 15. Goes over what actually saves a person. Jesus alone or Jesus plus our traditions. So, yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to add before one of us prays? God, thank you for reminding us that your plans are bigger than ours. And just want to ask you to help us love people the way you do. Specifically, if you could just really work on Marty's heart and help him to just soften it and realize that his words have consequences. And just give us hearts that are willing to change when you challenge us, and the faith that trusts you even when life doesn't make sense and we don't know the plan or see the plan, but just have that faith in you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.